Okay, so my official prediction that I am forced into by my own network is 286 to 252 Kamala Harris with tons of fingers crossed. And the number one reason why I'm crossing those fingers is because 4 years with Donald Trump will be utter chaos, anarchy, pilfering, oligarchy, amplified on steroids.
A few moments later.
These Democratic leaders are simpletons. They're servants of the donor class. So they go in there like, oh, donor, give me money, please. And I made an ad. I'm Kamala Harris. I'm full of joy. Okay, well, what did that get you? And they say, oh, Jake, you're too angry. Too angry? What? You think, does Donald Trump look like he's kind?
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
Talk about none of that, because all the people that's violating my freaking life right now are Trump supporters. Y'all the only ones happy about this shit right now. Y'all the only ones. Y'all see I got my blue on. I done cried so fucking much that my blue went up. And I have to wear red because this is my freaking job. If I didn't have to wear this stupid ass color, I wouldn't be wearing it. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me. I hate red so fucking much in my right now. I don't even know what to do. I've never hated red so much in my life until now. I hate red. Hate the fact that I have to wear this color today. I really do. Because I don't represent Trump at all. Go Trump? Honey, you gonna say, we'll see if you still scream go Trump in the next few fucking months.
Okay, so we're going to watch some of the craziest reactions to Trump winning the 2024 presidency.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't have to freak out right now. We don't even have to, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, recount the vote. I am so frustrated.
I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Well, I think it
Well, Donald Trump is now our 47th president of the United States of America. This election was not even close, which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump? Personally, I'm disgusted by that. I'm disgusted enough to delete my X account. I'm disgusted enough to never order a Tesla as long as I shall live.
All right, so as you can see, people are coping really, really hard with the fact that Trump won. So it's insane-o stuff. Like Cardi B. Cardi B is like really, really having a tough time with this.
So listen, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now, okay? So you little Trumpets, like, y'all won. I know y'all happy, whatever the ain't nobody acting like bitter losers. However, y'all need to leave me the alone because I got one more cigarette in me before I start lighting your asses up, alright? And that's word to the United States of motherfucking America. Yeah.
Now, the next person I want to show you is Joy Reid from MSNBC, because Joy Reid, I believe, is a racist. Now, I believe she thinks about skin color before she thinks about policy. And instead of trying to figure out what happened, she instantly blames white people for any of the ills that befall her. So for instance, Kamala didn't win last night. Instead of saying, well, maybe she didn't convince enough Latinos who went over only for Trump to vote for her, she wants to blame white people somehow, so she'll blame white women. Listen to the clip.
Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy.
All right, so now I want to take you to Ground News, who's sponsoring this video, and I want to show you how both sides took that moment you just heard from Joy Reid and how they're trying to spin it to their side. So first, let's look at the left-wing side. How are they spinning those, what I consider to be pretty racist comments? Because unfortunately, white women didn't lose this election for Kamala Harris. They just did. Hispanic voters overwhelmingly turned toward Trump. The poor, the middle class, they turned toward Trump. And it really wasn't a color issue. Matter of fact, Biden did better than Harris with the black vote.
Let's look at some of these other key data points. We know race was huge. The black vote was huge for Biden when he won by just a bit in Georgia there in 2020. So let's look at how they are turning out in this election. All right, this is the first time we can break this down. Among black voters and their support for Kamala Harris, while strong, she is below where Biden was in 2020, 4 years ago. This number for Biden was more like 91. So she's running about 8 points behind where Biden was with the black vote in Georgia in 2020. All right, I have another data point where I'm going to combine this with gender, okay? So now you look at the black male voter in Georgia. We know both candidates have spent a lot of time courting them there. Democrats have been trying to convince them that they could be better for the economy. Trump has been trying to woo those voters. Remember, inflation's more than 20% in that state. With black men, Harris is at 73%, Trump at 25%. Let me give you perspective and context on that. Joe Biden in 2020 had this number at about 87%. Okay, so right now she's running about 13 points with black men behind where Joe Biden was in 2020. All right, another data point there, Brett, because I know you asked. Black women as well in Georgia. We have been watching this. Here it is. Strong showing, 89%, but let me give you the perspective on that. Joe Biden with black women in Georgia 4 years ago was at 95% of their support. She is also running behind with them by about 6.
So as you just saw, the black vote didn't turn out for Harris. Matter of fact, the black vote seemed to be suppressed. And in large part, more of it went to Trump. More of the share of the black vote went to Trump, which Joy Reid can't acknowledge. She can't even acknowledge that more of the Latino vote went to Trump. And the reason why is because it knocks down that narrative that this is a racist country and it's racist white people who are voting and putting these people in power. It was the black people, the Latino people, the working class people who switched sides and put Trump in office. That's just the reality of it. Now, even though we know that she's factually wrong, here is how the left-wing media is spinning what Joy Reid said. So here is left-leaning Variety that says, MSNBC's Joy Reid says white women voters did not come through for Kamala Harris. This was their second opportunity to change how they interact with the patriarchy. Now, this makes it sound like Joy Reid has some type of valid point, and she's making the argument that we live in a patriarchal society and that white women didn't want to change that view, didn't want to change that reality, right? Pretty interesting take. Now contrast that to the Daily Caller, which says Joy Reid lashes out at white women who did not back Harris. Which narrative do you think best represents the facts, or what you just heard Joy Reid say? I think this makes more sense because she did lash out at white women who did not back Kamala, but she didn't lash out at the black women who also didn't back Harris by 6 points, it looks like. Now, where you get your news matters, and whose narrative you're buying into matters. That's why you're going to watch some more lefties cry over the election. Now, so you're fully informed. This is where Ground News comes in. And I've been using Ground News for over a year. Now, Ground News is extremely helpful, letting you see the overall context of a story when you're faced with starkly different headlines about the same story. And because of this bias in the news, you may have had one expectation of who the clear winner is going to be, but the election showed differently. Just like this woman.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
She got there because she was uninformed. My favorite feature on Ground News is the blind spot feed. It's a bird's eye view of the issues that tend to get more attention from either right-leaning sources or left-leaning sources. Now, this allows me to step out of my own personal echo chamber and understand how partisan narratives shape reality and, more importantly, the votes. Now, if you don't want to be like that woman was, scan the QR code on the screen, or you can click the link in the description, which is ground.news/Nate. That's ground.news/Nate. Now, with that link, you'll get 50% off the Vantage plan, which will keep you informed. It comes out to about $5 a month, but I think it's well worth it because you get to see a complete overview of the way the news is trying to spin a story either from the right or the left-leaning sources. So go to ground.news/Nate to get that 50% off the Vantage plan and unlimited access to Ground News. Now, with that being said, here are some other people who were fooled into thinking that Harris was actually going to win this election.
It's not going to happen. Republican Kevin
Go, Kamala.
will be returning to the Senate. also project a winner in the Senate race.
I just voted, and I chose family.
Let's end this reign of terror now.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you.
We're moving on. I'm moving on. We're moving on.
I love all of this. Let's do it. Let's do this. We were wrong. It's an utter betrayal for anybody that is not a cisgendered white Christian.
Okay, but for real though, Joe Biden could actually save us from a Donald Trump presidency. Yes, you're seeing this after the election results. It is 100% possible for Joe Biden to step down and make Kamala Harris the 47th president and claim that making Donald Trump president would go against the oath of upholding the Constitution. Therefore, a new election has to take place and Kamala Harris will be the president until then. Will that happen? No, I doubt it. But that is the only thing left.
I just called my brother and I said, who did you vote for? He gonna say Trump for president. I said, hang up on you, not in the fucking mood. Because right then and there, you're not my brother anymore. And I blocked you. Is you talking about?
4 years of a majority Senate, of a majority House, most likely 7-2 Supreme Court, a red president, a convicted felon, a rapist, a racist, and you're going to tell me this is God's will? Project 2025. This is going to F us over. It does not matter if this is the last time this man can run. It honestly does not, because I don't know how we can undo this next time. How can we undo this? Because y'all are racist. Because y'all are misogynists. I have no words. Like everything is everything. Like, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh my gosh.
You voted against me. You voted against my right to live. You voted against all the women and their rights. I hope you enjoy your cheap fucking gas.
Hey, Mom, Trump's our president!
Is he really?
Yeah!
Oh, thank you, God. Thank you. I've been up here praying and praying.
Yeah! Trump, motherfucker, yeah!
Let me saying, but look, let me.
No, you come downstairs if you want. That's what you wanted, Mama.
No, I've been praying up here all night.
Got us a good president that gives a care about America for once. Puts us first instead of non-citizens.
I thought they said they weren't gonna know nothing till tomorrow.
No, they're celebrating down there. Let's do it. Woo!
I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide in the future. You can't lie to your kids. You can't lie to your grandkids about, oh, it was so confusing. It was hard to see the truth. He was so convincing. I will not let you get away with that. Like, that was not normal. This is not normal. I will make it clear to everyone. Like, I will make sure no one is confused about how things were right now in this very vital, crucial time in American history, that it was not confusing. It was not confusing at all. You just stood for that. You stood with that and for that. Like, I can't emphasize enough, there will be nowhere to hide, and history is going to look back on this and look back on you in a very negative light.
So the election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has not been called yet. We do not know who the winner is, but it is pointing in one direction. And it's not final, but I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight, primarily. Trump has insulted women, berated them, has been found liable in court for assaulting a woman, and he took women's reproductive rights away. And instead of standing up to that, people voted for it. And we failed our daughters, our mothers, our sisters, our wives tonight. America failed them. We failed them. It is unfortunately the reality of the situation. So I'm sorry to everybody out there who will be impacted by what may come.
She don't like black women because she did not put not one black woman on her platform. She went and got black itches. She went and got them rapping itches that shake their ass and pop their pussy. She did not go get a woman that could talk. She did not get a black woman. She went and got black itches that know how to shake their ass and pop their tussies. She did not go get an upstanding black woman to speak to black people. I keep telling you, she did not go get upstanding black women to come talk to upstanding black people. She went and got Glorilla, talk about moose knuckles. She went to go get Cardi B, who cheat on her husband. She went to go get Megan Thee Stallion, who done slept with over. She went and got Megan Thee Stallion, the industry hoe, who done slept with over. Oh, she went and got hoes and bitches to try to talk to black women. Oh, I can't wait to do a Say Cheese TV interview. She went and got hoes and bitches to talk to black women. My mama wouldn't dare listen to no woman that come out talking about Bodak Yellow. This ain't bloody shoes. This is bloody shoes. Ah, she went and got a retarded woman to shake her ass and pop her pussy. They get bumps on her lips to talk to black women. HPV packing bitch. Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Oh, we got my president back. Oh, we got my president back. Oh, I just fall to my knees and praise you, Lord. Oh, I just fall to my knees and thank you, Jesus. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm so goddamn happy. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm so goddamn happy.
I hate to break it to you motherfuckers, but guess what? The lesbians are gonna fuck all your wives now. Ask my ex.
So it's almost 2 a.m. Pacific time, which means it's well after polls have closed. And I am still just genuinely confused as to what happened. So if anyone wants to offer some insight, I'm happy to fucking take it. I just also think that maybe what I've noticed is that men are just genuinely not as concerned as women and don't quite take our concerns as seriously. And I don't know, that fucking sucks because I met a lot of women tonight who are just genuinely so fucking scared. So yeah, let me know, I guess. How am I supposed to go to work? How am I supposed to go to work and do all of my normal daily activities when I know that we all just chose for things to get exponentially harder. I live in Texas.